Welcome back, everybody. We are in the garage. If you look outside here, it is a cold day in April. Let me tell you what, I don't know if you can see, but it is actually flurrying outside. So not a great day to start pressure washing, but that's what we're going to do some of. We are going to finish up at the beginning of this video here, the underside of the bed. We're going to paint it, get it patched up at least somewhat half decent. You can see here we're standing it up, pulling out the bed liner, and gonna start spraying down here. Then once we get that done, we're gonna come back into the garage here, pull off some more parts that we're gonna get powder coated, not undercoated. We are undercoating stuff too, but we're gonna start powder coating some of the underhood bits on the Whistlin Diesel trucks so they look a little bit nicer, but we'll talk about that more once we get there. Right now, let's just get started with whatever we're doing with this bed. Ew. Okay, well, we need to do some more cleaning.
Bro.
What did they do?
That is the same thing.
It's all nasty. Oh my gosh. So, we just found out that apparently whatever they ran over with underneath the truck is also, it is all that sticky residue stuff. There's our hole that we gotta patch. This is gonna be a lot of cleaning. So obviously we are going to have to keep cleaning on this guy because it is just, and it's not coming off with the mineral spirits like the other side did. I don't know. Actually, we're taking the paint off. So that's interesting. So I think we got this guy ready for paint. We did use some mineral spirits, some gasoline, everything to get the residue just would not come off of this, but now it's pretty good. We've scraped it up some, so I think we're ready for paint on it. We got to go up and get a little patch piece off the other bed to weld in here, just as a filler, and then we'll Bondo over it. Kind of the same deal is what we're going to do up here. So we're gonna take the grinder up and do some cutting. So what are you thinking here, man?
Well, I think we should flip it over. I guess that way.
This bed's a lot nicer rust-wise than the other bed.
Yeah, sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Yeah, nope, we're not.
Still.
Yeah. All right, should be our patch piece. One of the things I can't reiterate enough is we're not body guys or metal workers or welders. We don't do this stuff that much because we're terrible at it. So just be ready for some terrible stuff. Like, yeah, is that going to rust out later? Probably. Probably.
Is this for COVID?
Yeah, this is for COVID.
You hit your mask?
Yep.
All right. So legitimately, guys, like,
This is going to be bad. I am not a professional at this at all. Now, here we go. This is going to be professional stuff here. Oh.
After that.
I can't wait to see the comments after this.
It looks like a little pile of pebbles.
I know. Dude, I think it's all the rust that's causing it.
Yeah, rust is. You have to clean it real nice. That's not bad.
All right. So the secret, I think, is having cleaner metal than what we have right now.
We want to grind that before you show people what that looks like.
Yeah. That's rough. Just for the people at home, we know, I think, do we know that you're supposed to cut out like more than what we're doing right here to patch in? Do we know that? I don't know. But you're supposed to. You're supposed to cut it out and then have a professional, like, see, there's no metal behind that. So, what the real plan is, which we haven't announced yet, and we haven't talked about, but what the real plan is like, once this bed is junk or this stuff pokes through or whatever, we're just going to get a brand new bed that has no rust at all, and then none of this will be a problem. But that'll be a couple years down the road. He's like, oh man, my hands are all covered right now. I just get the keys out of my pocket. Guy goes to reaching. 30 seconds. He's like, oh, other pocket. This thin metal is terrible.
Not bad. That's gonna hold.
Oh, it's gonna hold. The original fender is just so thin. Yeah. We needed to cut it out.
Good. Yeah, I think it'll work. All right, let's mix up some Bondo.
All right, so there's our final patch pieces. Trust me, like I know I've been joking about it, but we know that this is not like the perfect right or even the best way to do it here. But I'm kind of serious when I say that it's going to last for as long as we need this bed to last. It's going to last for a couple years here, especially once we do the rust converter stuff all over the bottom of it here. And, if there's problems down the road, we'll just get a new bed, like a brand new one, and go from there. But for right now, this is the cheapest option, and it gets the truck done sooner. It's a good thing we're doing the textured undercoating. That's all I'm saying.
What is a hater?
I'm going to lose some subscribers from this video. And honestly,
rightfully so.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we should just spray paint the whole truck.
That flat black look is in.
It is, that's true. Not my favorite, but...
Not mine either.
So here's kind of our final product after all the spray paint, and it actually came out looking really, really good. So I'm pretty happy. The only thing that we really got to address yet is still this hole here, and then we'll have to respray after that. But everything else, I mean, you can see a few spots here that we missed because we were running a little low on the paint or the rust reformer. But after that, we're pretty much going to be ready to underline this thing. So we're getting ready here to pull some parts off for powder coating. We're going to take up, I don't know for certain if we're going to take up the battery trays to be powder coated, but we're going to at least get them painted. What we are going to do, I think we decided on a color here. So I think we're going to do a pearl white. This whole piece here, the radiator support, is going to be pearl white. We're going to pearl white all of the piping up top here. And we'll do probably the brace that runs to the fender right here, and possibly the battery trays if the price is right. So I think that's the stuff. I think we're going to pull off, honestly, this logo here.
I was gonna see how hard it is to pull off. See?
Yeah, go ahead, because it's already broken. This one here we're going to leave. Yeah.
I think it's that plus maybe a little bit of like when it gets to powder coating, or maybe we could just put a little grinder on it first.
Yeah.
But I think that will.
So yeah, that was already broken, guys. I promise here. And it needs refinished anyways because it's already rubbed off from probably when the hood came down and smashed it.
Yeah, that actually came off pretty nice.
Yeah, I think.
So I mean,
I
a
think
little
that'll be good.
sandpaper, but
That should be good.
now that should be able to be. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Skip your video there.
Nice. Good to go. I've had a bunch of people ask for emblems and stuff. Since we have this one right here, I'm not just going to throw it out. What I will do is I will pick a random commenter down below. Comment the word snowfall, considering it's pouring down snow. Pouring down snow. Bunch of snow outside. Comment snowfall down below, and I will pick a random comment and send this out to you, all right?
There's that guy.
Okay.
Somebody zip tied that. I heard this doesn't run as well whenever you.
No, this thing runs like a son of a gun when you unplug the mass airflow sensor.
We need to save this somewhere where we don't lose it. I'm a little worried about all this stuff.
Well, as Weston Champlin would say, I have expertly cataloged some things in that bowl. And then I got a seed spreader back here somewhere. Yeah, here, that I threw some in.
Oh, now it's out.
She's out.
Can't go on your butt.
That's
That's what I'm thinking.
It's almost left down there. There we go. Got part of it at least.
She's going. Yep, she's gonna go. What do you think there?
There we go. All right, so there's all of our piping stuff there. We are not going to do the Y bridge right now because I dropped something. We did pull the other emblem off of the other pipe there, and someday we'll probably powder coat the Y bridge, but we are going to upgrade the turbo at some point in the future, most likely, because this is just a GM turbo. So down the road when we do that, we'll get all of that stuff done up the right way. But for right now, we'll just leave the Y bridge in there because you can't see it really from the front of the truck anyways. It's completely covered. So just with the white, it'll look pretty good. And I got another one of these to give away. So definitely remember, put the comment down below. Did I say snowfall?
Snowflake?
Snowfall? I don't know. Something related to snow because it was snowing earlier today. But yeah, put that down below, and I'll send these out. Just let that guy rest. All right, now it's time to just wiggle this guy out, which usually kind of sucks. So, I mean, it's not terrible. I've done it just recently, so we'll figure it out. There we go. And there's always that extra wiring down underneath. Fine. All right. All right, so I think we have everything we need off of the truck that we're going to go take powder coated. We got it in a nice little pile over here. And I think the powder coating place is actually open. So we are going to get on the road and just drop this stuff off so that it can be done as soon as possible. But there you go. Nice. This Grand Prix is a truck, basically. This thing works amazing. All right. Last piece. I don't know what all you think, but I think pearl white is gonna look really, really hot under that truck, man. So, we're at Walmart now, but we just went to Harbor Freight, and we are working on our tool organization and garage setup and everything, and we found this toolbox cabinet on clearance, which we don't need anything super heavy duty, and this is a cheap one, but regularly $269, then it was marked down to $215, then it was marked down to $137, and then she gave it to us for $90, so we had to get it, but we didn't have the truck. So we didn't have any straps either, but it seems to be, I mean, it doesn't move at all. It's like really jammed in there. So I think it'll be all right. I'm gonna see you guys back at the house. We made it home. It made it the whole way with no issues. I don't recommend this. Like, if you guys are thinking like, hey, this guy's an expert and this is how you're supposed to carry a toolbox home, I highly recommend not doing that. Yes, it is dinged up and some stuff. That's why it was super cheap, but it'll work for what we need. Let's get this thing out of here. We gotta go up like the entire way.
You getting yours out?
Yeah, I think so. All right. All right, just let her down. You can scratch the bumper.
Okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm good.
I don't want to hurt your car.
Nice. This door's off, but it'll go back on probably. So I'm not sure where we're putting that yet. We're gonna have to clean out a spot inside. We didn't even get to welding that little spot in the bed that I talked about in the beginning of the video just because we ran out of time. But thank you guys for watching. We're gonna end it here. We're gonna flip up this cab later on. That's probably next video or ish, and get the underside of that done. As soon as our Raptor lining stuff comes in, which should be Monday-ish, we'll be working on it, Monday, Tuesday. As soon as we're done with the bottom of this cab, we can actually pull off the Whistlin Diesel cab and put this one back on because we want to have a running, driving truck to actually take it up to paint. So that's kind of the plan of where we're at right now. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys.